everyone. Today we have with us Sri Srikishan Badruka sir, who is right now the Gen Sec of Badruka School of Management.
See, Hyderabad got independent 1948. Earlier it was ruled by Nizams and it became part of India. The government was very reluctant to grant permission since Usmania University did not have provision for any private colleges in those days. So they called him one day and they told that permission will be granted to you, but you have to deposit 2.5 lakh rupees. This is in 1949.
Oh my god. How does it feel for you to take forward this legacy?
My father wanted Badruka School of Management to be established and developed. Fortunately, today, Badrukans are there in more than 100 countries.
Hello everyone. Today we have with us Sri Srikishan Badruka sir, who is right now the Gen Sec of Badruka School of Management. Good morning, sir. How are
Good
you
morning.
feeling?
How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
How's your day going today?
Fine, absolutely fine. I'm here with you.
That I'm really appreciate you being here with us, sir.
Thank you so
and
much.
I really hope that students would love to hear you, since they have been wanting to see you and maybe hear you about your vision and what was your experience. So to begin with, I would like to ask, how did Badruka start? That's the biggest mystery that we want to solve.
See, Hyderabad got independent in 1948. Earlier it was ruled by Nizams and it became part of India. My eldest uncle, Sri Bankatlalji Badruka, he had a vision that since now Hyderabad and the entire state is part of India and India will develop. So he thought that without good education, the youngsters will not have a great future. So he wanted to start a commerce college. He approached the government and the government was very reluctant to grant permission since Usmania University did not have provision for any private colleges in those days. But he did not give up. For 1 year he continuously followed up and put lot of pressure on the government. Ultimately, they thought that we have to let this person go. So they called him one day and they told that permission will be granted to you, but you have to deposit 2.5 lakh rupees. This is in 1949.
Oh my god.
So you can think what amount it was. And just to see that he doesn't come back to us.
Yeah.
So he said okay and left. And very next day with his manager, he sent that amount. They were all shocked. They had no choice but to make changes in their universities. And they allowed, and in 1950, 2nd August, the institute was inaugurated.
I mean, that is beautiful if we talk about it. So, now that you've mentioned that starting Badruka was a task since it started, we know that your father took over. So, could you talk something about it? That when he took over, how many years he was there?
My father took over around 1962 and almost 56 years he was dedicated and devoted to the college. We are having a Gaushala also, which is more than 100 years, which was started by my grandfather. So my father managed the Gaushala also for 70 years. He was a highly dedicated person towards social work and to build the society. I think he got the legacy from his elder brother and his grandfather and great-grandfather. And he, after joining and taking over Badruka College, in 50 years, right from 350 students, when he retired from the college, we had 4,500 students. And right from commerce to MBA, Junior college for girls was also started. And because he had a great vision, at the age of 80 years, he laid the foundation himself for Badruka School of Management at Medchal. And his vision was that ultimately Badruka should be a university. And we are also working towards that. We have a goal that in next 5 years we should achieve that goal and have a university.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the goal would be achieved since we have so lovely students in Badruka. But let's talk more about your father's vision. So as you mentioned that he was a visionary, and since we were talking earlier also, and you mentioned that he was very devoted to education, what ideologies he had that you follow in your current life?
No doubt he was highly devoted towards education, and he wanted students, and particularly wanted students from lower category of families to get well educated, get good jobs. And not only good jobs, he used to encourage students that they should become entrepreneurs. And with that dedication, he could increase not only various subjects, the level of the college further went very high under his leadership, and he wanted the Badruka name not to remain only extended to the state of Andhra. Then it was Andhra, now it is Telangana. He wanted that everybody should know Badruka across the country. Fortunately, today, Badrukans are there in more than 100 countries. We have more than 2 lakh graduates till now who have passed from Badruka College, and lot of them are great entrepreneurs having great business. Many of them have gone into various areas of working, and majority of them are highly successful. When someone comes and meets us and they say at what level they have reached, and they are all praise that they have got educated in Badruka. They were graduate from Badruka, and that is why they are at this position today. So that makes us feel extremely proud, and that is the devotion by my great uncle and my father who could achieve this.
I mean, that is again, a great achievement to look at. Let's talk about the foundation day, as you mentioned, 2nd August, right? And Badruka has cleared, what, 7 decades, if I'm not wrong?
Right. It is
So,
72 years now.
oh my God. So now that you mentioned
Sorry, 77 years.
77
Sorry,
years.
77
Yeah,
years.
77 years. And now that you have mentioned that there are more than 2 lakh students who have graduated,
Yes.
and they're very proud. Do you have some story to share about a student, that you can maybe talk about today?
Well, there are many students who have become ministers earlier in our state, and they were very successful, and they are still very much connected with us, and they also feel very proud. We also feel very proud that they were from Badruka and they have reached that level. There are many people who are doing great social work also. So we are very proud of them, the way they have developed themselves and the way they are progressing.
And so, what are your plans for the Foundation Day on 2nd August? Is there a special appearance? Is somebody coming?
One of our alumni, 96 batch, who is in America for a long time, very successful in a very senior position. He is coming to India. So he contacted us himself, and when we told him that on 2nd August is our, so he was extremely happy, and now he is coming to address all the students, and on the foundation day.
That is great. So now that we have talked about your great uncle and your father, the legacy, how does it feel for you to take forward this legacy?
Well, it is a great challenge for me because they were great people. I can't compare myself with them, but I'm trying my best to see that at least whatever they have left, that should always continue. I do have ambition that it should further grow, but at the same time, the challenge is that I should maintain their legacy.
Okay. So, if I talk about, one of the best decisions that you ever took while you were building Badruka and you were a part of, building so many institutions and businesses, what would that best decision be for you?
The best decision actually is that to see, because my father wanted Badruka School of Management to be established and developed into a very great business school. So, my ambition is that I should follow that and be successful in that. It is a big challenge, no doubt, today.
Okay. And now that you see that it has been 3 years that Badruka School of Management has
Yes.
started, there are so many students that you would have met. So, how does it feel for you when, youngsters are, on the path to entrepreneurship?
You see, I felt extremely proud when in our first batch I got 5 Badrukans. They got excellent jobs in very large companies and they worked there for 2 3 years. And then when they came to know that Badruka is starting a business school, they immediately left their job and they joined us. That was my proudest moment.
Okay, so this is a legacy that you have built, I'm pretty sure, and Badrukans have built around. So, now I want to talk about what is one fulfillment that you get since Badrukans have always been philanthropic. We see, as you mentioned about the Gaushala, as you mentioned that, your aim is to provide affordable education to underprivileged. So, what is one thing that fulfills you the most while still continuing this vision?
You see, the best thing is that when the student leave after completing their education, they feel very happy and proud. And I have always experienced that they talk great about what they have learnt at Badruka. And they feel that their success is because of this. That makes us feel extremely proud.
Okay. So, if I talk about 5 years down the line, say, right now, the batch passes out, what do you think are the words you want people to describe a Badrukan? That how should a Badrukan be called for? What should a Badrukan be called for?
Well, a Badrukan should always be called for very devoted, very honest, and very much attached, groundly attached. And they, as we have already experienced earlier, they are all very, very much devoted and sincere of whatever they are doing, whether they are doing their own business or they are in any job or they are in any social work. We always find them highly committed. That makes us feel very proud.
Okay, so now that I think we have talked enough about the legacy and the current stats, now I want to understand what is your take on the current education system. Like, if you were to remove anything from the education system or you would like to change anything from the existing patterns, what would that be?
Well, if you see that way, education system has changed a lot, and it does need lot of change, and it should. One problem in our country is, especially now since we are independent PGDM institute, we can develop our curriculum. So whatever curriculum we are developing, each year we keep on changing as per the requirement of the industry. The world is changing very, very fast. So, whatever you are teaching, it cannot continue each year in the same manner. Your syllabus has to be changed and it has to be updated as per what is required by the market. Markets are changing very, very fast. So this is one of the biggest challenge which we always have to meet and see that we are in line with that. Very unfortunately, in our university systems, because majority of the colleges are working under the universities. Universities, they change the syllabus, no doubt, but that syllabus is changed not less than 5 years when it is required. But by the time they change, so many other new things further erupt, and again more changes are required. So that thing also needs to be changed. The universities must think this thing very seriously, and they should also update their curriculum as per the requirement of today's world, which is changing very fast.
I think whatever you have mentioned is very relevant in today's world, since we have AI coming in, we have a lot of internship opportunities, life project opportunities coming in. Earlier it was very textbook heavy. So if I talk about Hyderabad as a location, you guys are based in Hyderabad, and Commerce College has also been here in the south, established for very long. Do you think the location is of somewhat advantage to the students in terms of entrepreneurship or entering the corporate world?
Definitely, the location has great advantage. The way Hyderabad has developed in last 15-20 years, you can see almost all top companies of the world. They are having their big offices in Hyderabad. So Hyderabad has developed like anything, and lot of industries have also come, but more than industries, it has developed in software and all other areas.
Okay. So we have established that it is an advantageous location for a B school.
Great advantage.
And now, coming to my next question, I would like to ask that you just started Badruka School of Management 3 years ago. While you were starting, I'm pretty sure there were a lot of challenges because there are already so many existing B schools. So, how did you overcome the challenge, or what was the point of difference that you wanted to create?
The challenges are very much there now also. You are absolutely right. The challenges have increased like anything. It is not like earlier days. Now Hyderabad also has lot of business schools, and good institutes have established here. No doubt the challenge has increased. We want to be little different. We are getting best of the faculty. It is not easy to get great faculty. So we have gone into a little different methodology. Since getting permanent good faculty is very difficult, we have gone for block teaching method. And we are getting visiting faculty from across the country, and not only across the country, 2 faculties we are getting from abroad, which are coming from US and teaching our students. So getting best of the faculty no doubt is a challenge, but fortunately, because of block teaching method, we were highly successful in getting best of the best faculty.
Okay, that is something which puts BSM in a different league than other institutions.
Very much,
Very much so. And I also believe that we have now a AI lab. We have started, AI native initiatives. We are coming up with a e-cell for entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And we're coming up with a lot of things. So that is something that puts us in a good block. So now that you mentioned that you're getting teachers from abroad, I would like to know your take on international education. Do you think students should do it, not do it, or is BSM planning to get international exposure?
I think international exposure should be there. We are trying our best to get good international exposure. We also want to get connected with some good university as sooner as possible. It should be there because things are changing, as I already told you, very fast across the world, and every year something new has to be taught. So we have to be consistent with all this development.
Okay. So we would be looking forward to the international exposure that students are gonna see. Now, I would like to ask you a personal question. I'm pretty sure you've lived a great life and you've done so many things. But if you were 22 again, what would be something that you would do differently?
Okay, if I was 22 today, as my son thought that he should go abroad and he should study there. My grandson also is 17 years old, and you will be surprised. Presently, he is in Harvard University, no, Harvard, not Harvard, sorry, in UK. He is in
Oxford.
Oxford,
Yeah.
and he has gone for a 15-day course in AI. So he is studying in Jiddu Krishnamurti School. So the school was also little reluctant that he should not go, but he was very much adamant. So we also allowed, they also allowed, and the way we are getting feedback, it is 1 week. It is fantastic. So AI has no doubt, as you said, become very, very important. We have to be connected. As I already told you, things are changing very fast across the world. So it is very important that we get connected to whatever is happening in the world very fast.
So you would have gone to abroad. That's something,
Definitely, I would have gone, no doubt. But in those days, we never thought that we should go to abroad and study.
So you were, as my understanding goes, that you were into business pretty young, as you mentioned. So do you think that it helped you shape as a person? Business gave you intellect at that particular point of time.
Oh, very much, very much.
How so? If
I
you can
was very
elaborate.
much interested, and it really helped me in my life.
So today, if say I want to become an entrepreneur, how do you think I should go about it? What is the path, a person or a student who's say 20, 22 should take? Because now there are not a lot of families who have businesses.
You see, I strongly feel that for going for higher education, once you complete your graduation, you should not immediately join for higher education. You should have at least 2-3 years of experience. Whether you have experience in your own business or you join any other company where you work sincerely for 2 or 3 years, then you should take up courses in PGDM. That will be a great help to you. The learning will be much, much, much better.
Okay. So you also believe in work-ex before masters.
That always helps. That always helps. You see, my son wanted to do his post graduation also in US. So at that time also and today also, if you want to do MBA in US, unless you have 2-3 years experience, no college gives you admission.
Yeah.
So he did not get admission over there
Okay.
immediately.
Understood. So, if I talk about Badruka School of Management as an institution who is promoting WorkX, as you mentioned, and now we're also slowly changing it into a student-driven caption, where student-driven institution where students are on ground working on various things. Now we have 23 committees and clubs, which was never there. So, do you think such initiatives help, entrepreneurial mindset in students?
Very, very much. Very, very much. And it is extremely important. It is not only education which they are getting in the college that helps. These kind of activities, they are more important than whatever they are learning. That helps them a lot. They can understand what is required by the world by getting involved into various clubs, and they have to deeply get associated with that. And I have seen, we had 8 clubs earlier in the first year, and the way students sincerely participated, it was simply fantastic.
Understood. So, if I were to talk about again picking over our entrepreneurial discussion, because not a lot of B schools promote entrepreneurship. They do promote it on paper, but it's more of, if you pass out from us, you're gonna get this average salary, average package. So, what is your take on this mindset? That do you think B schools are now promoting just young professionals and not promoting entrepreneurship?
Well, I think it is both. Few are following one thing, few are following other thing, but entrepreneurship should be properly developed in their mindset, and they should be encouraged. They can take good jobs, no doubt, but they should be encouraged more to become entrepreneurs. I very strongly always feel that one should become an entrepreneurs.
Okay, so what do you think that where do you think India's position stand in terms of entrepreneurship? Now we are called as the startup capital. So, where do you think our education is going and youngsters are going, I'd say?
A very recent example, 3-4 days back, you must have seen on the TV also.
Yeah.
Our Prime Minister was talking to one gentleman,
Yeah.
and first time a private person started, and they developed this thing, what you call a rocket.
Yeah.
They developed a rocket. So a 28-year-old person, he established a company. They are developing rocket, and successfully they did that. Our Prime Minister was very happy, and that was the first company. And he has, maybe, I exactly don't remember, I was seeing on the TV some 200 people working under him, and the average age of them was only 27, 28, and he was himself 28, and at that level he created that kind of great company. So that is the mindset of youngsters today, and they should develop that way.
Do you think you would be able to inbuilt this mindset in the students of Badruka School of Management?
Well, if we can successfully do it, nothing greater than that. That will be our greatest achievement.
So if I talk about a few initiatives that a school is taking right now to do the same is, getting them more life project opportunities, getting them really good brands for internships. As I remember, there was IKEA, there was Swiggy, there are, such companies on campus. So I really hope that the students have this mindset going forward. So yeah, while coming to the end of this conversation, I would like to ask you one last question, that for the forthcoming students of Badruka School of Management, is there a piece of advice that you would like to give them?
Advice is that they should always be sincere in whatever they are doing in studies. And as we are discussing, with so many clubs, now we are planning around 28 clubs. So a lot of activities will be there, and the clubs really provide lot of learning, practical learning. So they should be highly active, and as I already told you, that they should have a mindset that they should become great entrepreneurs. No doubt, I don't say that taking a great job or getting into job, that is also a great thing. People have become highly successful today. You know that in one of the topmost 4 or 5 companies of the world in IT and other areas, it is being headed by Indians.
Yeah.
So no doubt that is also a great thing, but becoming entrepreneur is also a great thing. They should think on that side.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank
It
you
was
so
a
much.
beautiful
Thank you so
discussion
much.
to have you on board.
Thank you.
Thank you.